local forecast with meteorologist Jackson Chastain starts now.
Well, another quiet start to the day. This time we are looking at Middletown, and we're not really expecting a whole lot as you step out the door. And I think that's the way a lot of people are going to like it. We like it quiet. We like it activity free. Sitting at about 48 degrees in Harrisburg this morning, 48 in York, 46 in Lebanon, and 48 in Lancaster. So relatively consistent this morning. You'll notice off to the east, a little bit cooler than we are off to the west, and that's a result partly of what a process called cold air damming, where you're getting all this cooler air that's running up against the mountains and it's getting trapped in the eastern part of the mid-state. So you're seeing quite a bit of a temperature difference stepping out the door. So temperatures in the afternoon getting into the low 60s. We're continuing that slow but sure cooling trend as we get further and further into the week and then eventually into the weekend. Now, the one thing that you are going to have to contend with in the afternoon, potential for rain showers. That's going to be the afternoon and then really into your evening and overnight. That's all driven by a low pressure that we're seeing centered over the Great Lakes region in Michigan. That cold front itself is still a little bit of a ways away, but it is going to move into our neck of the woods as we get into your late Friday and then eventually into your Saturday. That shower activity really beginning just after lunchtime. So it's going to be scattered showers basically throughout your afternoon. You're going to see a lot of breaks, but you're also going to see some of that shower activity moving on in. Closer to your midnight, you're going to see things pick up just a little bit more. Thankfully, a lot of us are going to be asleep, and that will continue into your Saturday morning. And by late Saturday morning, I would expect us to be in the clear. So kind of a little bit of a window there. I would say, 12 hours or so, a little bit more than that we're going to see rain in the region. So make sure you got those raincoats on hand so that you can stay dry and your day isn't ruined. Now, if you're looking for nicer weather because things are cooling down, you're going to have to wait just a little bit longer because we have another cold front on tap. That's going to be for our Wednesday, and that's going to move on through, bring us another rain chance, and then thankfully, as we get later into the week, especially approaching next weekend, potential for some nicer weather, and I think that's going to be something that people can go out and enjoy. Not that this weather isn't necessarily nice, it's actually very seasonable, the average being about 65 degrees. So it's going to be a pretty good forecast, and then things will get better heading later into next week. That other rain chance, I think a little bit more robust than what we're seeing for Friday afternoon and evening. This will be something to keep tabs on. Needless to say, I don't think it's going to be like what we saw about a week ago where we had all that rain, like a month's worth of rain in a couple of days. That's not going to be anything like that, but it is something that is going to tack on to what is going to be the wettest April to date and on record. So that just interesting tidbits and facts for you. As we get through the rest of your week, your weekend, 60s to start, back into the upper 50s by that Sunday, probably the coolest point that we have there, and then things rebound quite nicely ahead of that front, arriving on Wednesday, dropping down back into the upper 50s on that Thursday. Only that one more rain chance Friday and then Wednesday. So you got a lot of days that are going to be dry, enjoyable, something to look forward to there. And I think for me, James, it is kind of a little bit of a gray area where 60 degrees, you can almost wear a jacket, but at the same time, you could also maybe wear a t-shirt. I guess it depends on what kind of person you are.